Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. This is basically the part 2 of Microsoft Data Factory. So, this is basically the cloud based system. Basically, nowadays, basically, the world has converted into cloud based. So, whatever things basically, the people who know the SQL server, the people who know the store procedures, the people who know the SQL basically, they can easily basically able to grasp this because it's a steps basically. You should remember the steps in the cloud world basically. The main thing is remember the steps that after this, after this, after this, after this. If you want to convert, if you want to connect with the SQL server basically in cloud base in the Microsoft Azure, then basically you need a link service basically. Link service without link service basically you can't connect basically. So now again basically the parameter wise data flows basically are there. Then basically the link services basically are there. Just now the schema basically are there. Link services basically, then the manage basically are there. Then basically the data pipelines basically that we have already discussed. Copy data also basically we have discussed. Gmat basically is there. Get metadata basically is there. If you want any metadata information of the of the folders basically of the files basically, then you can able to easily able to get from the Gmat basically. Then for each command, for each basically that for loop basically is there. If conditions basically are, store procedures basically are there, and then the lookup basically are there. So like this basically lots of things basically are in the Microsoft Azure Data Factory basically. So in short, basically in simple language, basically if we understands the things basically, that is the things basically which are in SQL Server basically, that has Microsoft SQL Server basically is not a cloud based basically, it's a desktop based basically. So to create the cloud based basically, they have the Microsoft basically created the cloud based system basically, that is the Microsoft Azure database system basically. So everything is basically step by step basically, everything is step by step. So you should remember the steps basically, and that steps basically you can easily able to find from the Google is there, YouTubers are there, many YouTube channels basically are there who basically have their own channels basically, and like this basically many channels basically are also there for the Microsoft Azure Data Factory. So you can easily able to get the links and the sequence basically. So in next video basically we are going to see the part 3.